Tigers, let me hear you, boy. Go, you mate. Go, boys. Why don't Buzzer take control? Get up and Walshy.
Joining the coverage late, sorry about that. Damien Gill from FFT bringing this one live to you, and well, look at that. There's already a goal courtesy of Dwayne Walsh. So the Zebras lead 1-0. Just 1 minute and change gone. So a good start from the ladder leaders. First versus last. But it should be an interesting clash with the Northerners coming down. Quietly been building the last few weeks. Muller on the ball. Back for Hay. Looks ahead of things. In the midfield, it's spread wide. From Pace to Toghill. The front post looking for the run of Walsh. And it's deflected out for a corner. So questions to be posed again of the Rangers.
Must have planned after the game. What was it, the first minute? Yeah, 40 seconds.
So a corner. Jaden Hay to whip it in. He does to great effect. Almost finds McEwen. It's not away from the Rangers' defence. Out for Conway. Back for Morano and heaved over the top by Toghill. A race towards the byline, as will McEwen, but he can't track it down as it trickles out of play. Ball flatly struck from Cordova. It's come out now and Bound gets it back for Anderson. He'll look forward and it's handled by Walsh, so it's a let off for the Rangers. They're looking a bit of spot of bother getting that one out of defence. Played long and diagonal, looking for the run of Lanau-Atkinson. He does well to keep it in, but he's got Conway keeping him company. Scurried clear from Fag. McEwen treads on it and then finds Muller. Helped down the line by Morano, and then it's dealt with by the Rangers defence. And then you centre-back Palacio, who's joined the side in recent weeks. Jorge Palacio, he seems like a tidy acquisition and played a key role in them only going down 2-0 to the Devonport Strikers last weekend. Thrown now, Conway finds McEwen. Comes inside. Huigsloot lets it run to great effect. Now it's picked up by Pace. An interesting starting inclusion is pace. Few injuries for the Zebras. And Walsh collects Anderson. It'll be a free kick. So Sherman out of the starting lineup, as well as Moody. Dropping like flies at the Zebras. And they're going to have to make full use of the depth at their disposal. Aaron Cairns not cleared yet. Wani brings it down. Bound. Looks to get it back into his path. The speedster all up on Hay, so Hay just takes the easy option. Helps it out. Lovely day here at KG5 Football Park. A lot of concern over the week about what venues would get closed and whether we'd see much football action this weekend. The weekend's turned it on nicely as it comes in, and Pat Lanau-Atkinson gets a heavy chest on it. Races out of play, so it'll be a goal kick. Pumped long and strong by Wright. Races out ahead of Conway. He can't track it down. Throw in now. The skipper Lanau-Atkinson loses it. McEwen gets involved. Back for Muller. And over the top from Fag. Huigsloot wins in the air ahead of Doherty. It's a nice zipping little ball from Dwayne Walsh from midfield looking for McEwen. Skids off his head and runs out of play. Chris Hay with a few choice words. The Zebras would be relieved to get an early goal because with a few injuries to their lineup, Toghill was rumoured to be underdone as well. So he's obviously passed the fitness test and good to go, and it's good because he's been in great form for the Black and White Army. But it's these games that they've just got to put away, the Zebras. It's down the line. Help back the other way, won by Lanau-Atkinson. Drops it off for his brother. He helps it further in midfield. They hustle and bustle. Nicely done. Back with full back. Forward, flicked on by Lanau-Atkinson there for Wani. Conway tussles with the Rangers skipper, and skipper does well, wins it for the visitors. As the ball comes in the box, right, a little bit shaky, but finds feet and pace. They race away now, the Zebras. It's Muller on the ball. Wide to the left, he'll find McEwen. He's being tracked down by Lord. Does enough to find Huigsloot, who's dealt with. The foul against Palacio. Who enters the book, and a set piece in a dangerous position for the hosts. Conway into the middle, headed away by Palacio, falls for Walsh, he fashions a shot. It's a sloppy effort. They get it out, and Toghill's ahead of it, ahead of Wani. Out from Anderson, tussle in midfield. It's Doherty, he loses it. Walsh with a centimetre perfect pass, finds McEwen, does well, cuts it back from Yude. He finds Lanau-Atkinson, who's relishing a midfield role. He gets chopped down. It'll be a set piece. Picked up by Tannhauser. Spreads wide. And Lord will run. And run he does down the line looking for Lanau-Atkinson. And it trickles off the back of his feet and out of play. So nasty coming together there between Doherty, I think it was, or Palacio even. And in the end, I think it's going to be a Zebras throw in. No real decision made either way. There's a nasty coming together. Palacio eventually coming back. Morano comes across. Palacio slides it away. Won by Lord. Across from Lanau-Atkinson to Ude. Down the line, finds Pat Lanau-Atkinson. He loses it. Lord keeps on going. Finds Warney, who uses a zebra foot to win his side a throw in. Oh, no, he doesn't. Zebra's throw in indeed. As it comes down the line, Lord across, nudges it out of play. Conway with a long ball into the box. For Walsh, it might just sit for Tog Hill. Bound first to it. Sends it high as a high up and under. Bounces into the box at the edge. Cordova, who's a flamboyant customer, gets across and picks this one up. Cannons forward. Beyond halfway. It holds up nicely. Hay under it. Wins it. Finds Walsh. Chips over out ahead of McEwen. Bringing under his spell. No, he doesn't. It's slid away, but finds Walsh again. He'll just do what Dwayne Walsh does, run towards that goal frame. Dropped off from Morano. Back for Walsh. Already got his name on the score sheet. Finds Tolgill. Inboard. Finds Hay. And then Fag. Look to spread it across. They go back to right. And just taking their time here at the back of the Zebras. Going right over this one. The 12 minutes gone. Fag on the ball. Drops it off, finds Muller. To Hay. Back for Fag, but not making a lot of ground here. We saw this last week up against South Hobart. Very flat-footed. Struggling to get things moving. But they're not losing the football. Played from right. Nice ball from right. Picks out Tolgill. His first touch is out in front of himself. He'll run at them. Drops inside for Morano. Immediate ball. It's a nice knock that Walsh meets with a high foot. It was probably meant for Huigsloot, to be truthful. And it would have been interesting if it did find its way through. I reckon Huigsloot might have just nodded that one home. But Rangers breathed a sigh of relief and look to get it out of their defensive third once more. As Cordova's over it. Interesting to see Nick DiMartino in the Zebras coaching ranks. Of course, he was at Olympia at the start of the year. I was aware that he left the club, but he's obviously joined the Black and White Stripes. So that's interesting to see. He played off from McEwen to Muller. From Hay. He looks wide for Toghill. Toghill might just pick this one up. He's got Anderson for company. He keeps it in. Fullback lead fullback. Can't get round Anderson. Just wraps his boot around it and clears the danger. One from Warney. Finds Tannhauser. Looks back. Does well, does Doherty. Finds Bound. It's there for Ude. Not much presenting. Goes to Warney, who does well. Gets round one. Now back for Tenzing Anderson. And he tries a long through ball that Wright will collect easily. Right, forward. Forward from Hay and headed out by Doherty. One by Huigsloot. Warney now looks to race away, looks out wide. He's got Pat Lanau-Atkinson. He just takes it. Contact from Fag and goes down, and now Zebras will pounce the other way. Morano slides in, gets a huge piece of Tenzing Anderson. That'll be a slice of cheese. Into the book he goes. As late as they come, that tackle. It was his second effort to try and track Anderson down. Anderson long, looks for Bound. He does well, brings it down. Looking for you. Pays first to it. Now to play off the young Zebra. Throw in now. Teasing Anderson. In for you. Forward, finds Warney. He looks wide and finds Nick Lanau-Atkinson. Loses it. McEwen now out in front of Conway, who looks to use his express set of wheels. Scurry cleared by Palacio. Back with the Rangers skipper. Looks inside, not a lot offering on. Oh, he does well to wrestle away from Muller. But unfortunately, pace is there in support. Finds Morano out in front of Huigsloot. Palacio across. And Huigsloot will win his side of throw. Just smothered the tall Rangers centre half. And despite the best efforts of Lord to try and claim it, Rangers throw in, it will be the hosts to bring it back in. That was a bit of a letdown with that one flying wide. Fair to say Zebras will have better passages of play today. Walsh tries to bring it in. It's cut off now by Anderson. He goes down the line and Toghill sees it out. Anderson does well to tackle it off Toghill. Looks to bring it down the left wing. It's cut off from Hay and brought back the other way. Huigsloot all up on Tannhauser. Sees it out of play, so Rangers will hold on to the ball. Long down the line. Fag nods it out. Ude on the ball, plays it down the line. Warney does well, picks it up. He's got Toghill up on him. Nice little back heel to the byline. Anderson meets it, and it's seen out from Fag. So, first corner for the Rangers. That was better movement down the left-hand flank. Corner comes in, Tannhauser onto it, but well wide off his curly blonde perm type setup. 18.5 gone in this one. Zebras lead 1-0. It was a goal inside 40 seconds from Dwayne Walsh, who helped himself to a simple tap in after Pace scuffed a shot at goal. It's won by Fag down the line, looking for Conway. Goes back to the former Zebras skipper. Drops it off for right. The current Zebras skipper looks long. It's beyond halfway. Won by Palacio. In midfield, Nick Lanau-Atkinson scoops over the top, asking plenty of bound. And Toghill wins. Miscommunication between Zebras. It was probably Toghill's to have again. Pace not on the same wavelength. They've let Rangers in here, and Nick Lanau-Atkinson with a spin and some fireworks wins it back. Bound nutmegs one and puts it through for Warney. He'll breach the box. He holds it up on the byline. Got Anderson in support. We'll use him. We'll go back to Nick Lanau-Atkinson, who will have pressure coming from both sides, and it's Huigsloot who wins it off him in the end. But they win it straight back, and it's with Doherty. Finds Palacio. Rangers have steadied somewhat after a pretty nervy opening 10 or so minutes. Comes down the line and Lord does his best to pick it up. Wins the ball through a throw-in. Not a lot offering on here for Lord. Throws it in. It's won by Wani. He'll drop it back to Lord. He finds Bruce Bound. Goes back to Lord. He picks out Tannhauser by accident. Look to cut it back. And they win themselves a corner again. So a nice little period here from the Rangers. They need to maximise on it up against the ladder leaders. Nick Lanau-Atkinson on it, curls the ball into the box. Palacio under it, he handles it as he goes to head. Seen clear from Muller. They got time if they can get back in. Doherty tries a long-range shot. It's on target, but despite it bundling into the box, it doesn't trouble Graham Wright, who plays short. Finds Fag, goes to Conway. Puts it out in front of McEwen. He's in no hurry to track that one down. It wasn't a bad ball if McEwen was onto it, but that one runs out of play for a goal kick. Comes through for Wani. He's offside, so that thwarts what looked like a very promising attack for the Rangers.
Henry's on. Turn out.
Hey, on the ball, not a lot presenting ahead of him. Plays across for Fag. Goes to Muller, back for Hay. Zebra's utility goes long down the line. It's a perfect ball that picks out Toghill. His first touch lets him down. Bound picks it up. Back for Anderson. Tannhauser gets involved, but his touch lets him down. In from Toghill to Morano, who's relishing a start in midfield after a good performance off the bench last week. Conway threads the needle, finds McEwen, plays into the box. It's a nice ball to the back stick, but nobody home, and it bounces out of play. Out for a goal kick. Cordova over the ball. Plays out to left. Bruce Bound. Puts it over his own head and helped out from Hay. He looks to get the crowd involved. Kicks this one into the stands. The throw now is the Zinger burger. Tenzing Anderson comes down the line. Throws in, finds Tannhauser. Back for Anderson. Goes through. Wani to Bound. Holds it up. Looks inside. It's a nice ball that finds Pat Lanau-Atkinson. He's smothered by Zebras. But Wani's there in support. Tannhauser. It's a sloppy touch and it gives possession back to the Zebras. McEwen will look to race away now, and it's cut off from Lord and out of play. Graham Wright plays this one long. Straight on the chest of McEwen. He brings it down, but his shot doesn't match the service. It's a shocker. Well wide and out to the left. So it remains 1-0 here at KG Fire Football Park. 25 minutes gone now. The Zebras in the driver's seat at 1-0. Cordova, ever flamboyant customer. Plays with real flair. Takes his time on a goal kick too. Brings this one in. And he's put it straight out of play. Interesting. Throw in for the Zebras. Conway finds Huigsloot. It's headed on. And isn't too bad, but just wide of McEwen. So Rangers back with it. Chris Hay on the bench looking far from pleased. Don't know if he's ever really happy. Throw in from Lord. Down the line, nudged out of play. Conway now. With that red hairdo and the pencil moustache to match. This one runs under his leg. Lord brings it in. Flicked on from Lanau-Atkinson. Pressure coming from Tannhauser, wins it back. Pat Lanau-Atkinson this time gets involved and wins a throw-in as they inch up the park. Lord with a long throw. Not a bad one. Conway sees it out and Rangers continue just to work down this flank. Lord throws in. Tannhauser all on his own. Going to pick out a pass. He goes through. Finds Warney. Back for Lord. He look to go on a run. He flicks on by Warney. And Lanau-Atkinson tries to get a cross in. It's deflected out. It'll be a Rangers ball. A throw deep in attack from Lord straight down to Nick Lanau-Atkinson. Picks it up, goes back for Lord. A heavy first touch lets in McEwen and he says thank you very much. Muller away now. Walsh picks it up, looks out onto the right-hand side. One from Toghill. Looks inboard. Morano misses him and finds Huigsloot. He puts it out in front of Conway. Finds McEwen. Beats his marker in Nick Lanau-Atkinson and finds the Canadian. Morano holds it up. Nudges it to McEwen. Anderson gets a touch in. Still with the Zebras through Toghill. Looks to 1-2 with McEwen. Anderson with some trickery. A little too clever in the end. And it's out of play and out for a throw-in. So Toghill to bring it in. Thrown in. Palacio first to it, a nice bit of work. Back from Bound. It's cut off from pace. It's gone out of this game. Back from Bound. Can't quite find Warney. Won by Hay. And Fag now. Finds Conway. They've used him as the outlet quite a bit. Look to use that express pace on offer. McEwen puts it out in front of him. Asks plenty though. And Palacio helps himself down the line. Back from the opposition defender. A little knee from Lord, and it just went racing away. Huigsloot now for Walsh. Can he double up? No, it's deflected by Cordova and helped out for a corner. So Rangers escape that one, despite some nervy moments there. As the ball boy works his socks off to go get this one. Having a real dip. So Jaden Hay to bring it in. His service from the dead ball, usually pretty good. Both arms raised. They pile into the box. Huigsloot, the obvious option. Over the top, though, is Fag. It's blocked on the line. They managed to scrap it out, the Rangers. Look like likely to be 2-0 there. Throwing now for the Zebras. Fag to bring it in. Fag with a long throw. The front post, it's flicked on by Palacio. Tannhauser and Muller under it. They do well to get this out here, the Zeb Rangers, as it's from Muller to McEwen, smothered by Palacio. Lord now. Takes every touch and then finds Bound, who flicks on nicely. Wani now does well. Oh, and he's absolutely bamboozled Jaden Hay, and in the process, Hay has gone down and felt for his knee. Looks in a spot of bother here. The last thing they need is another injured centre-back with Moody and Tyler Harrison already on the sidelines. As soon as he went down, he clutched for that knee. It was a nice bit of work from Wani that really just gave him the washing machine treatment. And then Hay got in an awkward position with his feet. And he looks in a spot of bother indeed. Recently did hurt his knee. He had deep bone bruising. Saw him out for a week or two. He looks all right now, though. Might have just been a bit of soreness from that recent bruising. But he looks okay now he's got to his feet. Big Gaz Pitchford will have a look at him as he trails Hay into the change rooms by quite some distance. Throw in now. McKeown will give it back, as is the custom. Ball over the top as Rangers looked to get away through Lanau-Atkinson. The flag was raised. They were at the races, the Rangers. Could have been a glorious opportunity, but the linesman brings that one to an immediate end. Hay back out on the park. Looks to be okay. Maybe just suffering from slight embarrassment. Such was the treatment from Wani. Really had him in licorice all sorts. Fag now. Goes long, looking for Huigsloot, and why not when you got him up there? I don't mind a bit of aerial ping-pong, unlike others. It's one from Huigsloot, look at that. Plays for it from Morano. They tussle. Huigsloot might just win it back again. Miscommunication lets down the Zebras, and they're away now through Tannhauser. Threads the needle, but it's the wrong one. And Wright will dish to Hay. Wani tracking him down. Toghill back to Hay. Out in front of Tolgers again. Block from Lanau-Atkinson, but he's on the warpath, is Toghill, and keeps running down that right-hand flank and wins his side a throw. Back from Walsh, finds Toghill, does well, beats Lanau-Atkinson. He's got a lot of confidence in his game at the moment, Toghill, playing great football. Tannhauser now cops a kick, and then with a spin finds Lanau-Atkinson. Puts it out in front of Bound. It goes early with a ball, and it's Graham Wright who collects on his goal line, but promising stuff there from the Rangers. They've definitely worked into this contest as Toghill's on the ball again. His side finds Morano, nudges it into the path of Jaden Hay. Hooked on, Won by Conway. Oh, he speeds by Lord. And then Selge Yude finds Morano's brought down. No, says Kim. Possible Barker. Back from Huigsloot. Finds Conway. They're still on here, the Zebras. If McEwen can find that cutting ball, he doesn't. Misses Walsh and everyone and out for a goal kick. Long from Cordova, one in the air from Walsh. Played long from the Zingerberger, big Tenzing Anderson. Under it is Hay. Wani gets involved. I've liked his energy. Helped down the line by Muller. Doherty will track it down. Takes a touch. He gives it to Walsh more or less. Gave him a real big look at it. But in the end, luckily they escaped through Anderson. Down the line. Fag on the ball. And go back for right. And in front of Hay. Plenty of space. Looks to find that killer through ball. Doesn't come off. McEwen with a touch. Almost a glimpse at it. Heaved clear by Palacio. Down for Tannhauser. He's starting to look a little bit more silky after a bit of a shaky start. Finds Bound. In for Yude. You'd hope he finds a decent target here. Drops off for Tenzing Anderson. The big Zingerberger puts it out in front of Wani and says, run, mate. Fag tracks it down. Back for right. Cannons this one forward off the head of Huigsloot. He knows what he's doing out there, but Lord onto it. Finds Bound. A sloppy touch lets in Conway. Finds Hay. Wani. Back for Yude. Looks to thread the needle. Cut off from Hay.
This way. Walsh, you asked for it!
And Morano more or less tries to pull off what would have been a real wonder ball. Doesn't come off, and Cordova helps himself to it. Pumps along and straight again. It's on the head of a Zebra. This time Conway, who helps it out. Good to know the big donks tuning in from up in Queensland. I'm happy someone is, because otherwise I'd be talking for no reason. Hay now, and corks a genie, goes long down the left, picks out McEwen to perfection. Big Sunday. He's got Lord for company, whips it in. It's a lovely ball, and Huigsloot says, thank you very much. Taps home off the right peg, finishes off. Delightful work from the Zebras. Kim Barker will just go across and have a bit of a chat to the cookie monster, Alistair Cook, before this one gets the tick of approval. It'll be interesting to see what happens here, but one would have thought Huigsloot looked onside. So the big target man, the talisman, Huigsloot, finishes off to perfection. It was lovely work all across the park, really, there. Hay with the long Route 1 ball that picked out McEwen. He did well with it. Perfect ball for Huigsloot, and he doesn't miss those ones. Continues his strong form for the Zebras, finishing off in the 39th minute as we tick deep into this first half. Wani finds Pat Lanau-Atkinson, back for Doherty. Looks long with his ball. Can only pick out Jaden Hay, who looks to have recovered from his brief little spell on the turf. Plays long. Finds Huigsloot. Drops it off from Hay, who's kept on running. Looks to drop it off at the 6-yard box. Doherty scurries clear, or does he? Huigsloot under this one, as to Tannhauser. This one a little bit more convincing off the boot of Palacio. Looks to send it to Northgate with a long booming ball. It's out of play. Throw in. Conway inside, finds Huigsloot. He turns with it, keeps his feet somehow. Ude gets involved. Drops it off for the skipper, Lanau-Atkinson. A little too pretty, and Morse takes it on. That's Samurai Do. Drops it off to the top of the box. Huigsloot looks to fashion a shot. It's blocked. Now finds Walsh wide on the right. He overstrikes that one, and it's out for a goal kick. Cordova over this one. With all the flair in the world. Puts it forward. Morano wins it in the air. Finds Muller. Huigsloot loses this one. Doherty hot on his heels. Hay again. Direct. Doherty the other way. Toghill. He's on fire at the minute. Finds Hay, who with a bit of a spin. Find his glove on right. Lanau-Atkinson looking to close him down. Long from right. Trickles off the head of Walsh and runs down deep into the front third for the Zebras. And Doherty looks like he was trying to pass it to Dane Hudson on the bench. Just puts it out of play. Throw now. Maybe number 13, Matisse Toghill. Certainly not an unlucky number for him. Pace sells him into trouble with the return ball. And they give it straight back to the Rangers. A strange minute of football all round as Anderson goes looking for Nick Lanau-Atkinson, finds him, and it's squeezed out from for Tannhauser. His ball lets himself down. It was there if they could just find someone in that front third, namely Pat Lanau-Atkinson, but they couldn't pick him out as Pace moves it forward with pace from Huigsloot. He almost finds Walsh, but the big Zingerberger, Tenzing Anderson, there to keep him company, and sees it out of play for a throw-in. So Dwayne Walsh now. Looks long into the box. Huigsloot the target over his head, and Doherty takes it on. From Nick Lanau-Atkinson to Tannhauser to Toghill as now the Zebras regain possession. Toghill with a ball to the back post, a nice looking one. McEwen finds some room. Now he's into the box. It's blocked by Lord. His best bit of work since tennis courts. It's picked up. Morano spins. Looked to find a bit of room to get a shot off. Ude wins this one. Drops it for Bound. Looked to run away. He takes the shirt of Muller and receives the yellow ticket. That one won't help him get on the bus, but it will mean he has to walk the tightrope in the last half of this game. Picked up from Fag. Finds Toghill. From Fag again. There's Hay, plenty of room for him to use and measure a ball, and that's dangerous when it's Jaden Hay, but just as I say that, he squanders that opportunity and sprays it out of play. Rangers ball. Cordova brings it back in, approaching halfway. It's Pace who wins. One back from the Rangers through Ude. Finds Bound, who just flicks it on Wani and Pat Lanau-Atkinson. They couldn't decide who wanted it. In the end, the Zebras say we'll have it. They win it back though, and now they wrestle for possession. Nick Lanau-Atkinson, a little bit too much of pace, enters the book. The captain just got to keep his cool here. Seen he's already been sent off once this season. Kim Possible Barker gives him a few choice words. Tells him to march away. Graham Wright, a long raking ball straight to the Rangers through Doherty. His head unconvincing, leaves it alive for the Zebras. Muller now. Nick Lanau-Atkinson wins back. Nice work from the Rangers skipper, keeps it alive. It never ran out of play. Fag picks it up. Oh, he's sold right into some trouble. He gets a touch. It comes back from right again. Lanau-Atkinson on it now. Plays for Bound. Glorious opportunity for the Rangers. To Pat Lanau-Atkinson. Look to run deep into the corner. Fag runs this one out of play, and it's a corner. A very nervy moment at the back there. Graham Wright just saving the Zebras because Fag almost delivered a bit of silver service for Wani. They've still got an opportunity here through a corner. Nick Lanau-Atkinson over it. Lofts it in. Oh, Tannhauser under it. He got the smallest of touches on it. It's out of play. For a goal kick, as we're in added time in the first half of this round 8 PlayStation 4 National Premier League's Tasmania clash at KG5 Football Park. Sun beaming down. Very nice day. Pleasant temperature. No real howling wind, a bit to speak of, but not like recent days. Jaden Hay looking a bit proppy now. It looked like he'd recovered from that earlier hit. Comes along, bounces over everyone's head. Anderson wins ahead of Walsh on this occasion. Forward from Wani. Back from Anderson, out in front of Bound. He does well, puts it out in front of Pat Lanau-Atkinson into the box. Oh, he's offside. Flag raised. It certainly didn't look like offside from here, but that's why we've got linesmen. Offside, and it's a dangerous finish for the Rangers. They're 2-0 down, but certainly not without their moments. I've liked the work of Wani. He's had some bright little involvements. And a brief conversation with Kim Barker and Pat Lanau-Atkinson as the two teams are walking in the sheds. Zebras would be a little frustrated they haven't made this a little bit more than 2-0, but the same Rangers have had some bright patches and take a bit of spirit out of their first half display in this top v bottom meeting. We'll have a bit of a breather now as we'll have a look through the replays of the first half. We'll be back with the second half shortly. Stay with us.
I waited an hour though. I was desperate and I just couldn't go. They gave me nothing. And then like open people have it. Like I'm looking at it.
Ashley, de phone, wat dit andere.
I don't know. Anyone hungry? I pushed the button and like 30 seconds later I'm like, we see why people get good. It was amazing. It's quite funny that I didn't have it. I thought they had internet because it was like out of hospital. But I bought like a puzzle book with me. I was trying to do a crossword and I just couldn't do it. And I was like, I was looking at it. I got home the next day and Kay was on night and she was in bed. Like, oh, I just finished that crossword. I finished it in 5 minutes. And I was there looking at it for like 20 minutes when I was not, but I did not a clue. It's like 3-letter word, drink, can be done with milk. And I was like, fuck, I didn't have a clue. It was like tea. I got home and I was like, tea, I didn't even get on with it. If they'd asked my name, I wouldn't have. I was playing solitaire on my iPad, and they were 100% winning ones, like guaranteed to win. I didn't finish one. Shut down! Just sitting there, I was like, oh, you gotta see this top two. I want that from mine and anesthetic really. I want the
Second half underway. Morano back for pace, finds Fag. Use Conway. Back for the former Zebras skipper. A hard hit ball finds the feet of pace, and he'll find Graham Wright, who's donned a cap for the second half. Long off the head of Huigsloot, down, and Doherty just scoops it over the top one. He'll look to use his pace and just get in ahead of Hay. He doesn't. Hay wise to it. Good body position. Wins it well. Go back to Wright in the finish. Lanau-Atkinson providing chase. That one holds up in the wind and will last plenty of Toghill. He's up to it. Nods it in. Tannhauser wins it. It's a good touch and a nice strike, but Wright, he's quick to react and collects that one. But better signs from Tannhauser and the Northern Rangers. Long beyond halfway. Holds up for Huigsloot. Nudges it along. Picked up from Walsh. It's a real arm wrestle in there for the ball. Comes out with the Rangers. And sprayed over the top by Tenzing Anderson. Toghill down the line now. Flicked on. Doherty now as well. We'll be throwing deep in the front third. Dwayne Walsh to bring it in. Throws back, chested down by Toghill, nudges it along. It's out of playoff bound, so Zebras keep possession. Throwing now, Morano picks it up, looks to spin. Puts it in the top of the 6. Oh, it almost sits for McEwen. He tossed up whether head it or go for the bicycle. Went for neither in the end. Picks it up. Back for Conway. 1-2 with pace. Breezes down the left. Looks to run away with it. Breaches the box. And it's absolutely cannon clear by Palacio. No nonsense approach from the big Rangers defender. Fag does well to cut it off ahead of Wani. And now it's from right. It's with Hay. He's got plenty of space, a real paddock. Helps to hold up rather than play the early ball. From Muller now to Walsh. He'll go back to Muller. Not really making any ground here, the Zebras. Back for Fag. Across to Conway. They're out on the left-hand side, and he'll go back to Fag once more. Out on the right, it'll be Jaden Hay. Plays it short inside, the pace. He'll look to use a bit of his pace. He uses Huigsloot, who beats a couple and threads the needle, finds McEwen to perfection. He's looking for an option inside, opts for a little dink of a shot. And that was far too simple for Luigi Cordova, who swallows this one. Pumps it forward, and Wani can't knot it down, and Wright will have it on his own. Goes to Fag. Now Hay. Hay looks long, ends up playing short for pace. Back to Fag, to Muller. They're not moving with pace here, the Zebras. Really flat-footed stuff. We saw a fair bit of this last week. Fag, a look away, back pass to his goalkeeper. Finds Hay. Picks out Walsh, who can turn and burn, and that's what he looks to do. Finds Tolgill, and he's kept on running Walsh, but in the end, Doherty gets a foot in to prevent a further burst of pace down that flank.
Can we go forward? Okay? Because if that's the option, that's what we do. Adam, work your defender! Adam, hey, just stand there, working with it out.
So calling now for the Zebras. Jaden Hay, who seems to be the specialist, strolls across. He'll look to loft the ball into play.
Hey, Sammy, you shot the target.
Hay into the front stick. Huigsloot there, and he heads. He got a good purchase on his strike, but it's wide. Just wide out to the right. Very nearly a second for Huigsloot and a third from Zebras. But the Rangers escape, and it remains 2-0 to the hosts as we tick into the 51st. Cordova looking for Tannhauser, bounces by him and Pat Lanau-Atkinson, and Toghill just scoops clear. One by Anderson. Back into midfield, Pat Lanau-Atkinson wins it, trying to find Tannhauser, picks out Pace, who finds Walsh. First touch lets him down and lets in Tannhauser with a spin. Finds Tenzing Anderson. He looked to burst away. In the end, just a little over-ambitious with his stride forward. Gives possession to the Zebras and a foul in the process. The Zebras can just steady the ship to build another attack. And right, a long searching ball. One by Palacio. Wani under it. Unfortunately nudges it straight out of play, and Zebras will win it back. So didn't hold on to it too long there, the Rangers. Be happy they've stopped the rot. In the first few games of the season, it looked like it was going to be ugly in terms of goal difference for the Rangers, but they've been defensively stronger in this showing. One by Lanau-Atkinson, cut off at halfway by Conway. Finds Pace. The youngster's been okay on debut. Back for Hay. Chips along down the right-hand flank. One by Anderson. Now it's with Tannhauser as they look to get it out on the right-hand side. Nick Lanau-Atkinson ignores that and gives possession straight back to Zebras with an attempted switch. Palacio with a vital intervention. Finds Tannhauser. Cut off and with some real steez. It's one by Muller. And Fag looks to move forward with haste. He's got Conway as the outlet. Ignores him. Goes long. It goes from left to right, and Tannhauser will have it. Does well. Nice little bit of work there from Tannhauser. You'd almost sells Cordova short, but does enough to get to it and pumps clear. Safety first approach from the Rangers. Out of play for a throw in. Toghill, who's been exceptional again today. A really good couple of weeks, Toghill. Pace loses this one. Tannhauser really working himself into the game. Oh, unfortunately, it's just blocked by Pace. Pace does well, wins it back. Good recovery from the youngster. Back now with Wright. Short to Fag. Fag. Back from right. Fag again. With pace. Back from Fag. Pace is smothered and Pat Lanau-Atkinson wins it. Oh, miscommunication between Tannhauser and Nick Lanau-Atkinson. Cuts off what looked to be a glorious opportunity for the Rangers. Now it's with Huigsloot, who finds Conway. Looks at burst down the left. Inside, shimmies. Shakes, holds it up. It's got Lord for company. Finds Morano. He's cut down. And Barker, he looked almost pleadingly towards Barker for a foul, and in the end, he obliged. Be a set-piece opportunity once more for the ladder-leading Zebras. No Sherman today, so interesting to see who's over these opportunities. Conway will just take it himself. Few signals, crowded box. Nice service in for McEwen. Does his best desperately to get to it. Toghill comes over the top, picks it up and flashes a shot over the bar. It remains 2-0. Called over the ball, plays long. Over the head of Pat Lanau-Atkinson, won by Tannhauser, and they're back again for a Ude. Spreads wide to Bound. First touch lets in Toghill, and then Anderson across. Just deals with it, sends it out of play. Huigsloot now hustles and bustles. Tannhauser wrestling in the middle. In the end, it's Zebra's ball. Tannhauser just a little bit too touchy-feely. So Fag goes long into the box. It holds up in the wind. One down by Tenzing Anderson. Finds Bound. Looks inside. It's Ude who looks to spin with it. It's cut off from pace. He gets a piece of Tannhauser in the process, and it'll be a Ranger ball. 57 minutes gone here at the home of football, KG5, a football park. Anderson long. Squeezes in between Wani and Fag. And Toghill sees it out. Pat Lanau-Atkinson in for Tannhauser now. Steadies and switches wide. Should find Nick Lanau-Atkinson, the skipper, is due for some trickery. Does well. Dinks in, finds his brother. His brother's in on goal. Chips it in to goal, but he's offside as the Cookie Monster, Alistair Cook, raises that flag and thwarts the Rangers once more. Some nice stuff from the visitors. The ball over the top found an offside, Pat Lanau-Atkinson. Graham Wright. Go long. Doherty under it. Fag rushes in to meet it. Walsh should pick this one up. No, Bound does. Plays back for Anderson. Does well to get round Walsh. Plays for Wani. Looks inside. Finds Tannhauser. It's a nice ball. Tenzing Anderson has kept on running. He's rushed into the box. He'll lay it back, and Pat Lanau-Atkinson finishes off straight into the bottom corner. Goal time, Rangers. They get one back, and it's 2-1 here at KG5 Football Park. for the Rangers. An unlikely goal, pegging it back to 2-1. And right in this contest, Zebra's leaving the door ajar. You got to say it, only 2-0. Really killed off this contest. So Zebras with a few question marks over that one on whether Anderson was offside. Naked eye, I thought he did well to stay on, and maybe Pat Lanau-Atkinson was the one that was off. But Zebras now just got to try and get a goal as Pat Lanau-Atkinson's bustled over. And it will be a Rangers ball. And they're in with a sniff of getting something out of this contest now with that goal. A decent second stanza from the visiting northern side. Palacio, Jorge Palacio, that's quite a name. Look to pump it long. Gets plenty on this one. It's good service looking for Tannhauser, won by Hay. Down through Conway. Morano falls over as he looks to get it and scooped out from Lord. Might pick out Bound if he can keep it in. Unfortunately, his touch sees it run out. Throwing now. Be Toghill. Toghill thrown out. Slid in by Anderson. Created that last goal back from Tannhauser. They're on here, the Rangers. Pat Lanau-Atkinson looks to shoot. He just has a fresh airy and it runs away from him. McEwen now as they look to run away. Lord right up on him. And a foul against McEwen. A surprising one there from Kim Possible. It'll be a Rangers ball. Looked to be just a good contest for me between two players going for the ball. But, a freebie for the Rangers on that occasion, I think. Palacio over the ball. Goes long. Looking for Wani. Won by Fag. Tannhauser gets it moving. Looking for Nick Lanau-Atkinson. Is switched wide by the Zebras. Might let in the Rangers as Wani looks to run onto a bound ball, but it's Graham Wright at the edge of his box that collects. Right. Long and out to the left. McEwen under it. Nudges inside. Conway picks it up. And he'll look to burst away. Does well. Keeps it in. Oh, he holds it up in the end and lets in the Rangers. Palacio sees it out. It'll be a throw in. Rangers ball. It was a moment of madness. So the throwing now down the line. Won by Fag. From Muller to Hay to Pace over his head. Yude wins it down. Pace gets involved. Nudges it in the path of Moreno. He puts it through. Looking for McEwen. Gets in and has it for a moment before Doherty takes it off him. Back the other way. It'll be a slice of cheese for Adam McEwen. A little bit too much chit-chat from Sunday McEwen. He enters the book. He's had an interesting day, Sunday McEwen. Hasn't really gone according to plan. And he's let that mouth run. That'll be into the book for him. Have to tread the yellow card tightrope very carefully. Palacio over this one. He looks to have a big booming boot on him. Plays this one deep into Rangers territory. One in the air by the Zebras, and it's McEwen who runs into the bullseye. Finds Walsh. Plays it out in front of Morano. He'll look inside. The Ops go out to the left and it's cut off, and Yude's with it now. They wrestle for possession, and Morano with a heavy, meaty challenge gives away a foul, taken quickly by Tannhauser from Pat Lanau-Atkinson. Fag ahead of one, he wins it. It's a little bit more feeling in this one since that Ranger goal. Lord throws in. It's off the knee of Tannhauser and runs away. He's had a better second half than Tannhauser. It was bound to happen. Conway inside. One in the air by Ude. Conway under this one. Tries to deal with Nick Lanau-Atkinson, a tricky customer to beat. He loses it though, Lanau-Atkinson. Ude does really well, finds Tannhauser. He's all up in it. Morano across, yellow, and a red card. That's the end of Morano's day. More drama. It's a second yellow for Morano, and he's into the sheds. It was a heavy challenge. I wouldn't mind seeing a replay of that one. But he's filthy Morano as he wanders off the pitch. To be fair, it was a foul. Was it a yellow card? We'll see it again. But it's serious drama in this contest, and things just got seriously interesting. So he's bundled into the back of Tannhauser. And all of a sudden, it's 2-2. Back with the action. This game has quickly unravelled for the ladder-leading Zebras. What a bizarre set of circumstances we have ahead of us. I'll need another look at that goal.
Come on, boys, just lead. Let's go.
We'll show this one again. It was lofted long from Nick Lanau-Atkinson. It was headed from Wani, or was that an own goal? I think it's an own goal. See, comes in. No, it's over the top. It looks like it was Palacio maybe. We'll see him run away. Yeah, it was Palacio. It was a strong header too. Really nice finish actually, upon about 3 or 4 reviews, because he was in a real pack and he just emerged with a big booming header that found its way in the net, and it's 2-2 here. And Rangers, you got to say, with the advantage with Morano off the field. This has quickly spiralled out of control for the Zebras. This would be a huge loss in terms of the title race if they were to surrender what looked like a guaranteed 3 points.
Rangers was number 19.
Palacio has impressed me, to be honest. Aerially very strong. That goal goes with some decent service out of defence as well. One by Tannhauser. In, Lanau-Atkinson finds Tenzing Anderson. Bound now. Chips it over the top. Wani looks to cut it back from the byline. It's smothered by Toghill. Walsh emerges with it. He puts it out in front of himself. Plays it early ball. Huigsloot tries to make something of it. It's Ude with the ball now. Huigsloot in pursuit. Huigsloot wins it. Fair challenge. And they run away. He uses Muller. And then to Fag. You find Hay. That's right, if you are just joining us, it's 2-2 here at KG5 Football Club. Top versus bottom, but it's 2-2. One by Pace. He puts it down the line. Lord almost wins it. It's McEwen who comes out with it. Drops it off for Pace once more. Finds McEwen. Can he shoot? He goes to Huigsloot, looks to receive it back. McEwen. Oh, it's saved on the line by Anderson. He's got to be given his marching orders. He does. It was a desperate handball on the line to keep that one out of play. It'll be a penalty. And now we're down to 10v10 with Tenzing Anderson off the pitch. You got to feel for him because he's doing the team thing. This game has spiraled into absolute chaos in the last 15 minutes or so. So that's the end of Tenzing Anderson's day. And now it's up for Cordova. I thought it was maybe a penalty in the first case with McEwen being chopped down as he looked to shoot. And Tenzing Anderson, maybe a nice audition for a reserve goalkeeper with that effort. But here we are. Jaden Hay with a crucial spot kick. What a bizarre game of football. Zebra's utility. You can only laugh, and that's what Dane Hudson's doing. That was a straight red, but he had to do it. Team thing to do. So Jaden Hay on the ball. Oh, he fakes, he takes his time. It was a strange old penalty. Cordova, to be honest, did zippity-doo-dah. Just stood there and watched it go past him. Strange for me. but Zebras regain the ascendancy. And we continue to see what has been a very strange second half. Now it's 10 v 10. The longer we go, we might revert to small-sided games the way things are going. This is bizarre. The Rangers with the kick-off, they were really growing in confidence. How will Tenzing Anderson's absence affect them? Lord now finds Nick Lanau-Atkinson back into the path of Lord. He does well. Gets round Muller. Finds his skipper. Doesn't opt to go to one. He finds Tannhauser. Tannhauser in the box. He has a shot and it's straight off the right upright. Tannhauser. What an effort from the young midfielder. Back into the box, into the mixer. It's back out through pace. Yude picks it up. He's got McEwen for company. Finds Lord. Back to Tannhauser, who's just growing in confidence. It's an early shot from Lanau-Atkinson. It's another absolute worldie from Nick Lanau-Atkinson. What an effort. What a goal from the Rangers skipper. That is beautiful stuff. And it's 3-3 here at KG5. What a bizarre game of football we are witnessing. That was a superb effort from Nick Lanau-Atkinson. He scored a couple of them already this season. That will be another goal of the year contender. Rangers.
Come on, boys.
Very good value for this draw. There's a 3-all here at KG5 Football Park. We tick beyond 70 minutes. This is turning out to be one of the more bizarre classics. As it comes down the right, Walsh looks to zip inside, and it's out for a goal kick. So we've had 6 goals, 2 red cards, and all sorts of bizarre players. Tannhauser plays this one short, finds Wani. Wani got Hay for company. Hay does well in the end, wins it for the Zebras. Nick Lanau-Atkinson for me is a special player. Out from the Zebras' defence, it's to Pat Lanau-Atkinson this time, who finds Bound. Out in front of Wani. It'll be right first to it. He's got a fair piece of Wani in the process. He's slid in. He got the ball. He got to it well and truly first. Some cries for a foul of some description, but I think Wani's all right. He'll get to his feet as Pace plays back for Wright. Wright, look forward, finds Hay. Hay short for Pace. Pace back for Fag. Tannhauser closing in. He's had a tremendous second half, the Tannhauser. Could add a goal to his name, if not for a coat of paint or two. Doherty, clear, holds up in the air, sits for McEwen. Finds Huigsloot. He's got Rangers all around him. Finds Muller out on the right. Looks to give it to Toghill. Toghill inside the box. Tries to find Muller with a little dink inside, and Yude all over it like a cheap soup. Sends it out of play. Muller picks it up. Will he try a shot? He finds Huigsloot in acres. But he smashes it over the bar, and he was offside regardless. Tell you what, leave Huigsloot open like that at your own peril. He won't miss one of those again. So Cordova, who's never in a real rush to take his goal kicks, it's fair to say. Oh, the wind's moved that one. You can add another minute to the clock. Cordova, long, looking for Tannhauser. Squeeze between his head and Fag and comes out for Lord. Lord gets by McEwen. Asks a bit of Tannhauser. Fag finds McEwen. Dinks inside. Plays for Walsh. He's had a quiet afternoon after that opening goal. Over the top for Huigsloot, who gets a bit on it, but not enough to trouble Cordova. Swallows this one. This game could be the game that Zebras look back on and go, how did we let that one slip? As Hay nods it back for his goalie. They're in a hurry now, the Zebras. We're ticking the 74. Still a fair bit of time to find a winner, but Rangers are really energetic and buzzing as it comes down the line. Finds McEwen. McEwen has Lord for company. Lord does well, sees it out of play. I tell you what, not too many people in the stands here at KG5 Football Park, but a few people will be disappointed they missed this one because it's particularly the second half. It's been one of the stranger games of football. Something you have to see to believe, more or less. Conway with a throw. Goes back for Fag. Bounces off his chest. I think Lanau-Atkinson will look to close him out. Drops in for Pace, who tries a shot. And it's heaved clear by big Bruce Bound. Under it is Fag, who'll find Graham Wright. Graham Wright may be a touch stiff. He's conceded 3 and not a lot he could do on any of them, really. Maybe just being on his line's the only thing you could say for the Nick Lanau-Atkinson one, but it was a special strike. As Fag goes long down the left. Picks out Conway. Inside, he finds McEwen. Gives it back for Conway. He'll put it at the top of the 6. He only meets Doherty, the opposition, who sees it clear. Falls for Tannhauser, who just helps it out in front of the Zebras bench. And the Zebras will look to get it in that box and pose some questions of Cordova. As it's 3-3 here at KG5. Throw comes in. And Palacio, I think, headed that one into Walsh, potentially. But Rangers ball regardless, and he had a bit to say. I've liked his game, big Palacio. He's that leader at the back they've craved. Early on in the season, they had Rigby, who was probably not at full fitness when playing, and a youngster by his side pretty much the whole thing. They look a whole lot more settled with Doherty and Palacio there. Played long from Cordova, over the head of Pace, won by Fag. Lord just kicks it more or less, but it might cause some trouble for the Zebras. Wright does well in the end, the edge of his box. Palacio wins it in the air, and back it comes through Fag, who more or less mirrors his opposite number. Be a throw-in for the Rangers. If Chris Hay was not happy at 2-0, he must be an absolute wreck at 3-3. This is won by Pace, back for Tog Hill. He overhits this one. A little bit too much salt and pepper on it. A throw in for the Rangers. Regain possession as we tick in the 77th. Not just time the enemy of Zebras, because Rangers have been good value in this contest. There's been fireworks aplenty in the second half, but they've actually played a good half of football. It's not by fluke that they find themselves 3-3. It's thrown in from Pat Lanau-Atkinson. Tannhauser sells him short, but he does well to win it. In the end, he comes across and says, let's not muck around, lads. Smashes it out of play. So a throw in for Tog Hill. Down the line. It didn't bounce at all, the ball. It just sort of stopped dead. Picked up from Huigsloot, who wins the throw. Tog Hill now. Down the line. Huigsloot holds his position well and finds some space to fashion a shot. In the end, it just rolls towards Palacio, and not a man you want with it. He deals with it. From Tog Hill now to Pace, looking for Conway. Just eludes the outstretched leg of Lanau-Atkinson. Conway finds McEwen, and then it's a free kick for the Rangers. They take advantage. Unfortunately, that advantage doesn't prove to be all that advantageous. Comes out on the left and races away from Wani. Substitution time for the Zebras. So Jake Stewart to come on and young Matthew Pace to come off. Had a reasonable shift. But that'll be the end of Pace's day. And Muller coming across to the bench to just have a chat to Frank Perry trying to organise that side, but Jake Stewart brings a bit of pace to the table. Energy. Throw in now from Walsh. And Stewart's first involvement, hopefully not his best of the afternoon. He sends it straight out of play. Picked up from Ude. Gets it back to Lanau-Atkinson, who misses his target. Finds Jaden Hay instead. Stewart loses it. A couple of early involvements have been quite ordinary. Finds Pat Lanau-Atkinson. Tannhauser looks to find the danger man in Nick Lanau-Atkinson. Fixes his hair before he looks to do anything with the ball. Zips inside, drops it off for Wani. Almost gets a boot to it, and it's Graham Wright first to it. Wani, who looked to get a fair piece of right before tumbling to the ground, gets himself a slice of cheese and enters the book. Wani just staying on the deck for dramatical effect. Kim Barker will have a chat to him. He may have genuinely hurt himself as he caught a piece of Graham Wright on the way through, or he may just be that distraught by a yellow card. Well, he's got the wobbles. He'll be right, I think. Wani. And the wind is howling through and makes tough work for the goalkeeper, Graham Wright. We're into the 80s now. Jaden Hay switched in the midfield. Real desperation stuff here for the Zebras. A draw would absolutely shatter their tile. Well, not shatter, but it would hurt it. As it comes forward from McEwen. Nudges out in front of Conway. He's got a couple of Rangers protecting the space. Almost finds Huigsloot, but Palacio gets a head in. Finds Tannhauser. Bound. Lets in Walsh, but a heavy touch finds Pat Lanau-Atkinson to Tannhauser, who's been measured in the second half. This one not quite, but Cordova up to the task and just sees it clear. A big, booming effort. Well, Tannhauser, for me, been all right, I reckon, in this second half. Nick Lanau-Atkinson, just an enigmatic type as well. Find him a bit more, and the Rangers are half a sniff to gain more than just 1 point from this contest. There's Muller. Gives it to Fag, to Conway, back for Fag. Looks ahead of him, not a heap on offer. He'll switch wide. Vitoghill, who's got some space and some metres to pick up. Back now for Toghill. Finds Fag. To Muller now. Goes through for Huigsloot. Almost has it tackled from under him. It's Hay who plays it wide. Stewart just hanging around. It's Lanau-Atkinson, who's been switched back since that red card to Tenzing Anderson, and tries to see this one out. So a throw in now. Walsh down for Stewart. Does well. It's a ball to the back stick. The wind's held it up, but it had gone out in the process. Adam McEwen taps home. Surely he's not that silly. Surely he knew that one was over. 82 and change gone here at KG5. 3-3.
Good time, Z. Keep going, just push, just keep going.
Cordova in no hurry.
Training, come on, let's get him going.
He plays this one long. Under it is Tannhauser and Hay. Hay wins it. Finds Muller, who just cracks it straight into a teammate. And Conway. Conway, it's a little sore from that. Lord's ball now. Lord throws for Tannhauser. Asks plenty. Conway wins it. Now win it back through Ude, and Rangers do well here. Wani now. He's got to collide with Conway. Conway gets it out to Huigsloot. Off his head. Palacio with him. Huigsloot somehow wins it back and kicks it into Lord on the edge of the box and earns Zebras a set piece. That was tremendous play from Huigsloot. Like a rabid dog, he just wouldn't be stopped. Just kept going and going and going. Jaden Hay over this one. Cordova. He's a very interesting customer. I'm interested to see what he produces here. Oh, it's played short for Walsh. He'll fire. It's blocked by a Zebra and McEwen. It was properly goal-bound. Will they get it clear now, the Rangers? It's Lanau-Atkinson, and he puts it out. It was off the back of Fag, rather, not McEwen. But tell you what, it looked goal-bound. Decent hit from Walsh. It's him again now. He chips this one into the box. Palacio all over it. Falls again for Walsh. He scuffs a shot, treads on this one, force it. Huigsloot! Who almost rolls it into the bottom corner. As Luigi Cordova just watches it trickle by his goal. Nervy stuff there from the Rangers. They're holding on, trying to claim a point from this tussle. It'd be miraculous stuff. Cordova now. Oh, he's got very little purchase on that one, but picks out his skipper. Goes back for Lord. Lord not mucking around. Sends it into the stands. Zebra's throw now. Muller through for Huigsloot. Touches out to the left. Looks to drop it back. Does well out of traffic. Oh, almost gets it through. It's cut off by Tannhauser and back it comes.
Come on!
Muller now throws in. I would have thought that was as foul as throws get. Comes for Conway on a burst. Drops off for Huigsloot. Goes right, goes left. Oh! Into the crossbar. That winner eludes Zebras once more. A goal kick for Cordova, which means at least another couple of minutes until the ball back into play. In no hurry, Cordova. Huigsloot very nearly finds the winning goal. Cordova now. Long it comes. Ude nicks off his head. Nick Lanau-Atkinson almost. Tannhauser now. Gets it by Hay. Wani with a decisive touch, and then Ude puts it out in front of him. Wani will run after it. He does well to win it off Fag, but it's out of play off the Rangers winger last, and will be a throw in. We're into the 87th minute. Not long at all for the Zebras. They would be very, very disgruntled if they can't take the maximum points from this one. Hay now finds McEwen. Looks to run away. Puts it out in front of Stewart. And Stewart takes down Lanau-Atkinson. It looked a foul from here. Zebras fans will disagree, but looked like he got enough of Lanau-Atkinson to bring him to a screeching halt. And he's in no hurry either, Lanau-Atkinson. Smart operator. This will be enough to really frustrate the Zebra fans. They've been craving silverware for so long, and this will be a bitter blow to that title challenge. They'll remain undefeated if it does stay this way, but they will not be on top of the table. There's one in the air by Fag, over the top from Tannhauser, picked up from right. He rolls it for himself. Goes long, Huigsloot under it. Pressured hard by Doherty. Huigsloot into the path of McEwen. Won by Lord. Hay now. Zips out onto the left. Finds Conway. Conway with wheels. Finds McEwen. He's got space inside if he can use it. He's smothered by Lord. Lord again, a nice effort. But it comes to Toghill. Just puts it straight in the box. Trouble for Cordova. Sets for Huigsloot, but it just holds up as it goes towards the goal. And it goes wide to the left. This must be excruciating for the Zebras players and staff, as they try desperately to find a winner in this contest. They've threatened greatly. That one looked likely as Cordova came out sprawling for the ball. He was in no man's land when the shot came off the boot of Huigsloot, but enough power or precision to steer it into the net. Cordova, very little on that one. Muller chips it over the top. Doherty I thought he chested it down, to be honest. I think the crowd have made the most of that one, but it's a glorious opportunity for the Zebras. Jaden Hay over it as we tick into the 89th. This, you wouldn't mind James Sherman from here. He's been pretty good in recent times, but of course out of action with a groin injury. So Walsh and Hay over this one. So close ball, Hay and Walsh strolls over it. Hay will have this one. It's a decent effort. It's tipped over the bar by Cordova. He just had to get something on it. He helps this one over, but they're not done with the Zebras. The corner now from the right. What a strange old game of football this has been. Zebras just want to get out of jail here. Hay now puts it in the front post, away from Nick Lanau-Atkinson. Hay now picks this one up, breezes past Bone, puts it into the box. Seen clear from Tannhauser, finds Wani. He's got plenty to beat. Muller, he can't quite. As Muller drops it off, finds Toghill in the bullseye. Conway for Huigsloot, nips inside. He's got a couple of Rangers on him in the end, puts it in a Barker and it helps him out. For McEwen, who tries a shot and blasts well wide and high. As we tick into added time here at KG5 Football Park. This could be all she wrote in this contest. 2-0 up they were at half time. They had complete control of the contest. And it currently sits 3-3. 10 men apiece on the park. Cordova now. So apparently 6 minutes of added time has been signalled. There has been plenty happening in this second stanza, to be fair, as it comes along. One by Muller. Doherty, he's clear. Sits for Wani. Fag gets a foot in, finds Hay. Tannhauser looks to cut him off. Nick Lanau-Atkinson too. Comes out through Muller. Conway on the ball now. Chips out. Almost finds McEwen. A timely nod from Lord. Back the other way through the Rangers' defence, and it's Wani who looks to tunnel under Fag, and it's a free kick taken quickly from Fag. For Toghill, all sorts of space. Finds Walsh with an early ball. Back for Toghill. Bit of fullback, short. For Hay, measures his ball and finds Conway, who waits for it. It's a zip by Lanau-Atkinson, and he earns the Zebras a corner. They'll pile forward in numbers here, you'd think. What a game. A difficult one to describe this. But Rangers would be delighted if they can take a point home on the bus trip. Comes in the front post, zips by everyone, sits there. The only one that gets to is Palacio. He sees it clear. Lord now out in front of Wani. He's got Toghill to contend with. He looked to keep right honest as he meets it on the edge of the box. Plays forward for Hay. Hay now, who's been working his socks off since moving into midfield. He misses that ball with Stewart maybe a little too comfy on it, and they're on the burst now. Lanau-Atkinson, Fag with a vital intervention, and now back the other way. Conway, Fag over the top, picks out McEwen, holds up for him. Doherty slides in. Palacio sees it clear. He's down for the count. Stewart bundles into the back of Lanau-Atkinson. Advantage paid as they get it clear through Bruce Bound. This is madness. Comes back the other way from Toghill. Finds Hay. Back from Toghill. Lanau-Atkinson still down. As it's long from Hay into the box. Cordova tips it over the bar and it's a corner. Lanau-Atkinson looks in serious discomfort. It seems to be just cramped. 94th minute now. As Rangers perhaps prepare a substitution. Pat Lanau-Atkinson ran his socks off. As Stephen Pitchford In absolutely no hurry. In absolute no hurry. He looks in strife, to be fair. He's uncomfortable. This will be the end of Lanau-Atkinson's day. Whether this is just clever horseplay or whether he's actually injured. Pitchy, Big Stephen Pitchford, the Southern Spy, in no hurry. In no real hurry. Any might be danger of a creep if he just goes a little bit quicker. He's going so slow. Anyway, the action. Jaden Hay with a corner. Into the front post. A sea of bodies called over. Nods it clear away from Conway. And Doherty makes sure it's not a corner. Sees it clear. Desperate Rangers defence in this second half. 2 to go. Long throw from Fag, the front post. Huigsloot does his best with Palacio. Sees it clear, just kicks for touch. Right, a long way from home. He'll smash this one. Numbers pour into the box. Cordova out for it. He meets it, and he'll take the ball. He should take his time here. Smashes this one long. Under it will be Toghill. He wins it. He's back in midfield. Hughes should just smash this one to the corner. Bit too tricky. Gives McEwen the ball, and could this be an absolute howler? Lanau-Atkinson back into the park. Stewart has his shot blocked. Stewart again. Blocked on the line. Who's puts it wide? He's put it wide. Luke Huigsloot. It would have been the winner. What a calamity that was. The Rangers actually gave the ball to them twice, and they still couldn't put it in the back of the net. Zebras were not meant to win this game. Cordova over the ball. Sometimes you add to the football and you just don't know what you're going to get. This is one of these games. Barker now looks at the watch. Muller with the ball. This is probably be Zebra's last chance. Puts it for Conway. A sliding tackle from Tannhauser. That could be it. Off the Zebra's last. Rangers just need to ice the clock here. A valuable point for them. Will draw them level with Clarence. And a head-on goal difference, I think, almost. It comes long. Tunnel by Wani, so it'll be a free kick. Wright says this is mine. Pull forward, boys. Every number on the pitch bar Toghill pouring towards that box. Right now, goes long. A sea of bodies over Huigsloot's head. Bound, can't quite deal with it. Scoops it up. Wani under it. He's the only one. Bounces away from him. He does well to keep it, does Wani. Can he run away with it now? He's got Nick Lanau-Atkinson offering. He finds him. It's over the top for Lanau-Atkinson. He's got Conway for company. He puts it to the back post. Tannhauser leaves it. Bound takes it first time. He had more time than he knew. Right now, throws out. Walsh running away. Plays for Huigsloot. Palacio. No, it's Doherty even. And he strolls away. He's at the races. He's got no support whatsoever. Looks inside, drops back for Bound. Oh, does well, beats one in Hay, and it trickles out of play. He may have spent his petrol tickets there, Brucey Bound, getting up as we're into 98 minutes. This has been an absolute heart-stopper as it comes long over the top from Walsh. Surely this is the last chance. Huigsloot into the box, over the top. McEwen just avoids his leg, about to leave the box. Lord runs away with it, out in front of Nick Lanau-Atkinson. He tries to get it through the legs of Conway, can't. McEwen wins it back, they're running away. He looked to go back for Conway, he does. Conway now. Nick Lanau-Atkinson, a superb tackle. Lays inside, finds Wani. Wani will look back, finds Nick Lanau-Atkinson. Back for one. He nods it back for you. He just goes, let's get it out of here, boys. Enough of this nonsense. We're in danger of getting into the 100-minute mark. What a game. I'd happy to see 10 more minutes. Graham right now. Long it goes. Huigsloot over his head. Falls for Stewart. Nods it into the box. Flicked on from Fag. And Huigsloot does his best to get a shot. But it's over the bar. And it'll be a goal kick. And you'd think it's surely the last one of this contest. As we're into 100 minutes. What an absolute heartstopper this one has become. It looked like fizzling out and being an absolute shocker, to be honest. But it has sprung to life, this game in the second half. It has had everything. Kim Barker ready to draw this one to a close. 3-all here at KG5. A valuable point from the Rangers. It was top versus bottom. Who would have thought 3-all, both teams down to 10 men. A real blow for the ladder leaders, who now fall to second on the pecking order behind Devonport Strikers, Northern Rangers, a point I reckon they could have not have even dreamed of, up against the Zebras, who have looked scintillating in recent weeks. They got the result, well, a result in a draw. It's as good as a win from where the Rangers have come from. This will give the club a lot of spirit and a lot of hope for the next 2 rounds to come. Zebras, well, they've got to hope South Hobart slip up tomorrow and Olympia pinch the points. What a game this was. It had absolutely everything as we roll through some of the highlights. I'll have a bit of a breather now. I've just about lost my voice with all that action. We'll be back tomorrow with more NPL Tasmania football. Tomorrow is an absolute blockbuster. South Hobart up against Olympia FC Warriors at Darcy Street. Last time they met in the Cup, it was a cracker. You expect nothing less tomorrow. Join us then with all the coverage of all today's games. Head to sliceofcheese.net. Bye for now.